Hello everyone, March W13 here with a restaurant review, and today we're on Bourbon Street visiting Galatoire's, a fine dining traditional New Orleans institution that first opened its doors in 1905. It's famous for its hectic Friday lunches and some amazing staff members with extremely long tenures who become like family for the regular patrons. Now, coats are still required on Sundays and after 5 p.m. on other days, but we're here on Saturday for brunch, which is a bit less formal. And we're led into this beautiful original dining room that stays pretty full for brunch well into the afternoon. The atmosphere here is just amazing, and the wait staff is truly unparalleled in their professionalism. They really tailor the service to the diner. If I had to compare the service at Galatoire's to another established New Orleans restaurant like Two Jogs, Galatoure's is just so much more personalized and respectful. Your waiter is like your private guide on a classic Creole culinary journey. Just enjoy this ambiance. Even the silverware is branded with the Galatoure's name. As are the water glasses. Now, even for New Orleans, the toasty bread here is extra special. Just the perfect consistency, easily a 4-star meal on its own. That is New Orleans French bread. The French in France don't know what they're missing with their rock-hard baguettes. And there's, of course, a separate cocktail menu chock full of Crescent City classics, Sazerac, Pim's Cup. The wine list is also impressive for being relatively short. There are some super high quality choices here, including some French varieties that you won't see on most wine lists, particularly available by the glass. The menu itself is just so classy and traditional, quite extensive, especially in COVID-19 times when so many restaurants are paring back their selections and experiencing supply chain issues. And just look at all of these pages of incredible traditional Creole fare. I decided to start with a daiquiri cocktail, which is a good classic drink, not too strong or sweet. You can really taste the fresh lime with just the right amount of rum and citrusy tartness. Served there like a martini. The seafood okra gumbo is just as you'd expect. It's not watery. The roux is dark and succulent. I can only guess that the duck and andouille gumbo is probably equally incredible, and I might give that one a try on my next visit. Served with Tabasco. But I didn't want to get the duck gumbo this time because I ordered duck in another form as a crepe. The duck meat in the crepe is just amazing. It's fat, tender. The sweetness from the fruit compote perfectly complemented the wine, which arrived shortly thereafter. But the delicate, succulent duck meat is the true star here, and the crepe is, of course, light as a feather. And this House American Bordeaux blend I ordered, I felt wasn't terribly expressive, but developed some jamminess on the nose as it sat in the glass. Overall, just a good house wine. It's Galatoure's branded from California. The goat cheese in the middle of the crepe really complements the acidity of the compote, although I found the nuts a bit unnecessary. And so after the crepe, I ordered my next course and then waited for quite a while, but the dining room at Galatoure's is always entertainment in itself. And there were several moments when dining service was interrupted to announce an anniversary or a birthday. Everyone claps, which I'm sure is a tradition going back over a century that I'm pleased to see that they maintain. And I must say the main course was well worth the wait. I went off menu here because that was based on the recommendation from the server. The crawfish au gratin was so sweet and rich, a new way to eat crawfish, which was fresh and in season. And then over there to the right, the crab sardu was almost like a benedict. The mix of artichoke and cream spinach was interesting, but it worked, and the crab meat really tied it all together. And those were half portions of the menu items, which the au gratin isn't normally served with crawfish. The crawfish, in fact, was almost like an extra rich seafood Alfredo, but without the pasta, and it actually paired surprisingly well with the red wine. And their dinner service is interrupted yet again for a group of debutantes, local debutantes, I'm sure, celebrating a birthday. Always lively at Galatoire's. But for the final act of the afternoon, I chose the black bottom pecan pie, which was very chocolate forward. It was really nothing like your standard molasses-based pecan pie, but if you want a mashup of chocolate cake and pecan pie, this is the dessert you've been looking for, and the hard crust on the end is so pleasing with just a perfect crunch and caramelization. And then the coffee was presented beautifully with steaming hot milk. Just watch your hands when you pour it, which really helped maintain an ideal temperature. So, overall, I would say the Galatoire's was more or less the perfect quintessential New Orleans dining experience. You simply must add it to the itinerary on your next trip to the Big Easy. You won't be disappointed, I promise. Thanks for watching. March W13 out.